What if I told you that a simple school meal holds the transformative power to change lives in communities across the globe? The United Nations World Food Program, otherwise known as WFP, works to achieve this by using the Homegrown School Meals Program to source food for school meals from local farmers and businesses. This provides children with essential nutrition, all while boosting local economies. In today's episode of Walk in Their Shoes, we'll take a deep dive into the effects of WFP's Homegrown School Meals Program. We'll hear stories from students in different parts of the world whose lives have been changed by a simple daily meal. We'll listen to families who now see a brighter future for their children and teachers who can attest to the changes that a daily school meal has brought not only for their students, but their communities. Our journey will start in Ecuador and end in Tajikistan. In both places, we'll see how WFP's Homegrown School Meals Program provides more than just food. It helps strengthen communities, promote sustainable agricultural practices, and supports students' education. Let's start off in Ecuador, where we'll meet Martha Solano, who travels 2 hours every morning to teach at the local middle school. Her bus makes its way along winding mountain roads as it heads into the rural heart of San Rafael, located in Ecuador's northeastern region of the province of Karachi. Martha is a middle school teacher at Carlo Montufar, a school that is supported by WFP and has 157 students. As Martha reflects on her commute to school, she explains, "Many of our students come to school hungry. Their parents leave early for work, and the children often go without food until they return home late in the evening." In Ecuador, 40% of children arrive at school without having had breakfast. In the province of Karachi, chronic childhood malnutrition is at 23%. Across Ecuador, only 50% of families have access to nutrition. This lack of adequate nutrition can hinder children's learning and their physical and cognitive development. In 2023, in coordination with the government of Ecuador, WFP launched a homegrown school meals program to rural areas that face high levels of malnutrition and poverty. This WFP program focuses on students in elementary school. The homegrown element of this program means schools in rural areas buy fresh foods from local farmers. This gives farmers a reliable source of income and allows children to eat nutritious meals cooked with local ingredients. Martha says, "In just 2 months, we've seen remarkable changes. Children who were once regularly ill are now thriving, and their academic performance has improved." In 2024, WFP aims to scale the program to reach 30,000 children across Ecuador's 17 provinces. Martha explains that the project's success hinges on the collective efforts of community members, such as teachers, parents, caregivers, and farmers, many of whose children she teaches. "We have all become a big family, all working together for the benefit of the children," she says. Ramiro is leader of the Parents Association at the school in San Rafael and a small-scale farmer himself. "I cultivate a variety of crops, including tomatoes, peppers, onions, avocados, mandarins, and lemons," he says. "We are fortunate to have fertile land here, and as parents, we actively contribute to providing food and preparing the meals." Ramiro and the other farmers' dedication to providing food for the Homegrown School Meals Program ensures the school community's health and well-being. The program also customizes school meals based on the local foods available. This ensures school meals are tailored to each community and region and help preserve traditional ancestral recipes. Weekly menus are prominently displayed in the school to generate excitement within the community about the upcoming meals. These menus are carefully planned with the guidance of WFP nutritionists to ensure the correct amounts of protein, carbohydrates, and other essential nutrients are included in every meal. The whole school community is informed of and actively involved in the planning process of school lunch menus. A WFP nutritionist who works in Ecuador says, "Diversifying students' diets ensure that they receive a wide array of essential nutrients vital for their physical and cognitive development. This fosters healthy eating habits from an early age." Martha smiles as she recalls, "One student came up to me and said, 'Teacher, you were right.' Martha had told him about the benefits of fava beans for memory, sharing how she always kept them nearby during her own study sessions. The student went on to say, 'I used to dislike fava beans and refused to eat them. I only got bad grades and struggled to understand anything. But I decided to try them before a test, and I performed better.'" School meals programs are an investment in communities. Every dollar invested in school meals generates an average of $9 in economic returns due to children's improved health and education. Further, meals that are provided in school increase enrollment by an average of 9% and reduce the prevalence of anemia by up to 20% in girls specifically. In Ecuador, Martha is determined to make a difference in the lives of her students. As she looks toward the future, her hope is simple: that the school meals program will continue to nourish the hearts and minds of the next generation. All the way on the other side of the world in Tajikistan, there are children and communities who also benefit from WFP's Homegrown School Meals program. Let us focus on a small village called Shashma. A young girl named Hamida and her friends skip merrily to school with red cheeks as the chilly winter sun rises against the majestic backdrop of the mountains and a vast lake. The dawn mist slowly clears in the village that is perched high up in a valley in the southeast of Tajikistan. The school's headmaster, Nurali, greets the students as they line up for their daily exercise routine. When Nurali started working at the school many years ago, the children weren't as eager to arrive for the day. He explains that back then I was really concerned about the quality of the children's meals, which was mainly made of clear soup. But now I can see a huge difference in what is served on the plates and in the children themselves. The attendance rates are now visibly soaring. Small steps have made a massive difference in this community. In 2019, WFP provided greenhouses and equipment to plow land and help the school's orchards. With guidance from WFP, the project soon flourished, and farmers were able to grow vegetables for children to eat in the schools, as well as for the rest of the wider community. Over the years, carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, pumpkins, and lemons have sprung out of the ground and brought brightness and color to the children's plates. Arable land is scarce in Tajikistan as it is a landlocked mountainous country, and people depend mainly on imports to feed themselves. This makes communities highly vulnerable to price fluctuations and market disruptions. The headmaster of the school explains that before the WFP Homegrown School Meals initiative, teachers and parents were already contributing to school meals with additional fruit and other food to help in the cafeteria where they could. Now the support can slowly decrease as the school has gradually become more self-sufficient. Surplus food is either shared with the teachers or sold at the market, with proceeds being reinvested into the school. The orchard is thriving and the greenhouse is packed with bright lemon trees. Due to the lasting effects of the greenhouse and farming support, WFP only now needs to provide wheat flour to the school. All other food is grown on the school grounds. Now, every morning, there is an appetizing scent of fresh rolls carefully prepared within the walls of the school. The smell wafts out of the steaming oven, adding a richness to the children's school meals. In the kitchen, school cooks Rukshana and Shabnam are amused by the children. They tell us they eat so well. Most of them prefer what they eat here to what they have at home. When the lunch bell finally rings, the younger children walk out of their classrooms 2 by 2 in disciplined rows, trying to contain their excitement as they sit down waiting for the teacher to give them the green light. The daily lunchtime ritual begins. Today's meal is a pasta feast for the children, with carrots, onions, and tomatoes. After my meal, I feel more powerful, says 7-year-old Yosin, his feet barely touching the ground as he dips bread into his bowl. He sips from a mug of natural juice made from the dried apples picked out in the school orchard. The food is tastier, confirms Hamida. It will help me improve my focus and maybe get better grades, she says. Hamida wants to become a teacher one day. The success of the homegrown school meals model at this school resulted in the rollout of programs at 44 additional schools all across Tajikistan. A school bell calls the young students back to their wooden desks. They take turns reciting a few lines from the day's poems, clapping for each other as their teachers observe. One teacher says they really are more active now and show more interest in participating. As the sun begins to set over the surrounding mountains and the children disperse, Hamida takes a path behind the school that leads to a gentle slope down the hill where she lives. At home, she enthusiastically does her homework with a full belly as her mother gazes at her proudly. As we wrap up this episode of Walk in Their Shoes, we reflect on how a simple school meal from WFP's Homegrown School Meals program can transform the lives of children all around the world by opening the doors to education, empowerment, and a brighter future. However, there is still so much work to be done, and that is where we need your support as a listener. The World Food Program USA's Erase Hunger campaign is on a mission to ensure that every child has access to the nutritious meals that they need to thrive in school and beyond. By supporting the Erase Hunger campaign, you are not just filling plates, you are fueling dreams and supporting strong communities across the globe. Together, we can ensure that no child goes to school hungry. Thank you for joining us on this journey. For more information, please go to WFP USA's Erase Hunger website at www.wfpusa.org/erasehunger. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, let's continue to nourish futures and create a world where every child can dream big.